Hello S2. So today's lesson is going to look around another basic angle fact, and today's basic angle facts are looking at angles around a point. So our learning intention is that you should be able to calculate angles around a point by the end of this lesson. So from our lesson on types of angles on Monday, we should remember that a full turn is 360 degrees. So one full revolution is 360 degrees. As such, this means that angles around the point always add to give us 360 degrees. So if we take a look at the two diagrams below, each time we go around the vertex, if we're going around the vertex, that will add to give me 360. And likewise on this one, if I'm starting here and going one full revolution, one full turn, it will also add to give me 360. How this can be written for each of these. So for this one, I can write it as A plus B plus C is equal to 360 degrees. And for this one over here, I can write A plus B plus C plus D plus E is equal to 360 degrees. So using this knowledge that angles around a point have to add up to 360, we're going to look at two examples. Now, I'm aware that some of you will like to do these calculations mentally, and some of you will just like to write them down numerically, and that is completely fine. I'm going to set them up as equations. The reason being is if we were to get maybe a more complicated example that had more than one x term in it, we would be able to set it up as an equation, gather like terms, and then solve it to find the value of x. So I'm going to start over this side here at example number 1. I'm going to use the fact that I know angles around a point have to add up to 360. So I'll start off by writing x plus 125 plus 115 is equal to 360 degrees. Now I'm going to tidy up the numbers here to make it look like a simple linear equation that everybody will be able to solve. So when I do that, I get x plus 240 degrees. Using our algebraic skills that we all have, because algebra was a topic before, we know that we're going to have to take away 240 degrees from each side in order to get x on its own. So x, in this case, will work out to be 120 degrees. Okay, moving over to example number 2. This time, again, I'm going to set it up as an equation. But what you should notice is that I have a right angle here, so that means 90 degrees. So this time I've got x plus 120 degrees plus 90 degrees plus my 65 degrees must all add up to 360 degrees. So again, let's tidy this up. When I tidy this up, I get 275 on that side, so x plus 275 equals 360 degrees. Like before, to get x on its own, I know I have to take away 275 degrees from both sides, and that will leave me an angle of 85 degrees. So as well as looking at angles around a point in this lesson, I'm also going to talk briefly about vertically opposite angles. So, what are vertically opposite angles? Well, vertically opposite angles, when we have intersecting lines, that's lines that cross each other, the point where they meet is called a vertex. So the vertex in this diagram would be here. So when the two lines intersect, the opposite angles are equal. So what you should be able to see from this diagram is that the two green angles are the same and the two yellow angles are also equal. What I'm hoping you also see is that it also gives us a straight line angle. So I would know that these two on this side have to add up to 180, and these two on the bottom here would also have to add up to 180 degrees, further highlighting the point that we've just looked at, that angles around a point add up to 360 degrees. So the x angles are called vertically opposite angles because they are opposite each other at a vertex. So in this diagram here, we've got the two green angles, and if we were to say that one side was 35, this would mean that the opposite angle would also be 35. But a question could ask you to fill in and find all the missing angles. So I would hope that you would use your knowledge that we've just spoke about, that you can turn this into a straight line angle, and then you would be able to do 180 take away 35, which would leave you 145 degrees. So if this one is 145 degrees, this side also would be 145 degrees. Now that's 145. I might just make that look a little bit clearer for you. So 145, 145. So if you know one angle in a pair of vertically opposite angles, the other will be the same, and then you can use your knowledge of your basic angle facts to help you find out the other remaining angles. Now, you should be able to complete questions 3, 4 and 5 from the Missing Angles 3 worksheet. Remember that your teachers are on hand to answer any questions that you may have. Remember, you can show the work in the way that you like, as long as you're showing working for us. So just to summarise what we've done over the last few lessons, the main things that we need to remember: complementary angles add to give us 90, supplementary angles add to give us 180, angles around a point will add to give us 360, and finally, vertically opposite angles are the same. Hope you guys have a good day. If you have any questions, remember to get in contact with your teachers, and your teachers will also upload a PDF file that can go with this video. Thanks guys.